Hello, this is Jim from Tech Buzz, and we are back with the Backbeat Pro 5100 from Plantronics. And we've tested these out now for around a week or so, and we're going to talk about them. So, as you've seen earlier on the unboxing, this is what you're going to get, and it has some good features that's not available on a lot of true wireless headsets out there today. And one important one being volume control, which is pretty cool. So no need to go over the specs, we've done that already. You've seen what you got in the box, and your battery life is on par with what they claim for those interested. So onto the buds themselves. As you can see there, you've got LEDs, and you've got your different layouts here when it comes to charging cases. Most are 2 or 3 pins, but these are these kind of little elongated lines along the pins on the side, which keeps them very secure. They will not fall out of the case, as I think we demonstrated already with the unboxing. And just take them out there. Yeah, they will not fall out of the case. And they also have sensors as well as controls, so they'll know when they're out of your ears your music's going to stop playing, and when you put it back in, just press play. You have simple taps to perform options. You have a nice big surface there too, you know when you click something, and you can customise the tap features, which we're going to go through on the app now in a minute. Overall fit is pretty good, really comfortable. They are on the smaller side of what's available, and they kind of fit that balance in between all different size buds that are available out there today, and these are a nice small fit compared to some of the other ones that we have tried. And I like them, and they're very well, and they're very well built as well, with IP rating 2, which is excellent. So that's going to be important for some people. And they've Ipx4 Water-Resistant, so it's pretty good, but it's becoming a standard now, so it's nice to see that feature on them. For calls, excellent, very good, very clear, both sides heard pretty fine. And as I said, these have got 4 mics on them, which is excellent, and it's a kind of a similar feature that some of the other true wireless are starting to put in as well. And I think Jabra, the last ones I tried were the Jabra Elite 75T. They've got 4 mics, and these have 4 WinSmart noise cancelling mics, and pretty nice indeed. So calls are good, you don't hear the background. They're not totally, they don't give much passive isolation on the outside, but they seal out most of the noise, which is important. So that's something to think of. And they do have this kind of different shape that pop into your ear. Just to get a better zoom in on that there. As you can see there, they have a different angle to a lot of the recent earbuds we've tried. So that'll just give you some idea. And while we have a zoom in there, a look at the front, and that's pretty much it. So they will last a long time, they're very comfortable, and battery life is on power. You get 6.5 hours from your case, and you have 4 hours of talk time as well on one charge, and they have a fast charge off them as well. The thing I don't like is they've no wireless charging, but that's here nor there. That's only starting to trickle down into earbuds now today, and that's just the way it is, and that's really about it. So on to sound and their app. So they have this app, which is pretty good, but it's missing one important thing, and I don't get it. But hopefully it'll be fixed, because if they can put this problem I have on this app, they will certainly make things a lot better. So you have on your app here volume and taps. So if you see here on the bottom, when volume is turned on, taps is unavailable. So if you go into taps, and as I set mine for Google Assistant there, when the taps is on, volume is unavailable. Okay, so that's just something to look at there. So this is what your app is going to look like here. We're at 100% on both left and right, and when you do connect and disconnect and do certain features, you get the voice annotations through the earbuds, which is great, and it's very, very clear. I'm just after activating the assistant there. As I said, these are sensitive enough, a bit on the more sensitive side than some of the others, but they work, which is the important thing. So if you go across here, you just add a new headset. So let's go back into the app. Okay, so you have a user guide here in the app, so if you're unsure and don't know what to do, as you can see, you can skip tracks, you can play and pause tracks. If they do not connect, you take them out of the bud, you hold and press the right side in for 4 seconds, it'll turn on, and I've just activate the assistance again, so you can see there how sensitive the sensor is on them. And you can answer and end your calls and do the whole lot there from the app here. And you have other modes in here. You've got mono mode, replacement earbud, pair mode earbuds, and so on. But there's just one big thing missing. So as you can see here, it's simple tap to play and pause and reverse tracks and so on. It's a pretty easy app to use, and it's pretty cool. And there's more features here now which we're going to go through. So in this app here, you can see you get your updates. So we got an update when we turned them on. You have my tap, which we just showed you. You can switch primary earbuds, which is great. A lot of primary earbuds tend to be on the right, and some tend to be on the left. But this you can switch, so you can swap them around here, like as you can see how I've mine set up here. And that's pretty good. I haven't seen that feature on other earbuds yet. From that I've tried anyway, where you could switch the primary earbuds, so that's pretty good. Your system volume is here, so you can just go through here, and you have SEO tone, and you have your smart sensor. So this is when both earbuds are removed, your mic will be muted, and you can transfer to phone call, and you have the option to enable your smart sensors in here. Battery and listen time, we've done that there, and you can just tap that there, the home screen of the Apple display, which we showed you earlier on. And your connections, your user guide, headset support, videos, and settings. So one feature that I have here, as I said, I like is the option to switch primary buds. But the thing that's missing is the equalizer. Why is the equalizer missing? I don't know, but if JBL are watching this, please add an equalizer to your app, because it will make the world of difference. Now when it comes to sounds, which what everyone wants to know is more or less the selling point, is the sound very good, very well balanced. Calls are excellent, as I said earlier on. The clarity is pretty good. Music is great from all kinds of sound stages and so on. Bass isn't huge on it, but there is a level of bass there, but it's fine. But as I said, it's well balanced. For music and instruments and so on, very good, very clear, well balanced. And watching YouTube and Netflix, very good as well, and pretty well balanced, so you can kind of pick out which is which, and direction as well is good for sound. So say if you're watching a video or that, you get that sound effect, and you know it's coming from behind or in front and so on, and that's pretty good. There was no lag latency noted either through my usual YouTube and Netflix testing. So for an overall perspective, if you're not a pure audiophile, you'll be pleased with the sound. But the volume isn't the loudest for me. But that's just me and my personal taste. But it's more than sufficient for the average person that's out there today. So I wouldn't be too worried about that. But for me, they weren't overly loud, which is how I like my earbuds. But that's just me and my personal taste, and everyone knows that. It's said in every video I do. I just prefer to have the loud aspect to it. Now, when it comes to Bluetooth, I've had a few problems there, but only in the house. Now, this is a kind of a common problem today with new builds. I went from downstairs to upstairs and vice versa, and lost connection with the phone. Sometimes it kind of went out and it came back in, and then it was just a kind of a regular feature here in the house, and happened to me several times from testing, and I just found that a problem. Now, as I said, it's probably down to the build, but I could walk straight out the back or the front and there wasn't a problem there. So depending on the materials in your house, particularly if you're in a new build, The Bluetooth's going to be a problem there, but it was for me. But necessarily depending on what country you're in or where you're living, depending on what materials are being used, but they seem to be all kind of standard today. It may interfere with your Bluetooth connection. The same applies to your Wi-Fi as well. So, you know, you've that to think about as well, and what kind of environment you're going to be using them in. They're not going to be problematic other than that. So if you want, you can do jogging with them and so on, but I did find these a little bit looser than some others, even with trying the tips. They were fine though, they didn't fall out, which was kind of unexpected because they did feel a little bit loose, maybe just was me, but apart from that everything was fine. So overall pretty good. So to sum it up, for the price, are they worth the money? I'd give it a big yes. You have all the controls, you have the app, you've sensors, you've a great touch area there, you know what you're doing, there's good feedback. You can customize this as well, and you can also swap the primary earbud, which is a great feature, and I'd like to see them in more colours, which would be probably asked a bit much, but I find people tend to like a lot more colours these days. And apart from that, I was very happy with the overall performance of the battery life, the sound overall in general. But the only thing is their app. The app is really good. You've got HD voice as well, which I forgot to mention, but you've no equaliser, so that's the only kind of thing. But you'd be pretty well impressed with the sound as a whole, and they're coming in at around 150 price mark, which isn't bad. But the build quality is excellent, and they have a charging case, and as I said, you've no wireless charging and you've got micro USB. So can't really complain overall for the price, but it's getting to be a tighter market now with good products coming around. So hopefully their next version will have USB-C and wireless charging included. But apart from that, can't really complain as a whole. They're very nice, sound good, look good as well. They're not the ones that are going to stick out a mile out of your ear, and they're comfortable as well. So that's it for now. Any questions, hit me up. See you in the next one.